Hi there, my magical star beings. This is Psychic Siren Tarot, and welcome to the channel. In today's reading, we're going to be taking a look at your jaw-dropping qualities. So please be aware this is a general reading. Only take what resonates and leave the rest. I'm now going to show you crystals for each pile. So for pile number 1, we have black tourmaline. And we have the card Hostilities. And for pile number 2, we have Apatite. And we have the card Harvest. And for pile number 3, we have Orange Calcite. And we have the card Sensuality. So I'm going to give you a few seconds to pick a pile. Pick whichever pile you're most drawn to, the one that is calling out to your soul, and that will be your pile for today. But of course, if you're drawn to more than one pile, always trust your intuition. Once you're done picking a pile, please find the timestamps for your pile in the description box below, and then I'll see you at your reading. Hi there, my pile number ones. If you chose this black tourmaline crystal and the Hostilities card with Conflict and Unrest card number 31, this reading is for you. We're going to be taking a look at your jaw-dropping qualities. So please be aware this is a general reading. Only take what resonates and leave the rest. By the way, if you can hear my voice sounds a little bit off, I just have a little bit of a cold. But not anything to worry about. We're going to start off with using the Priestess of Light Oracle deck. So, Spirit Guides on my pile number ones, may I please look into their jaw-dropping qualities? I'm going to shuffle all your cards at once and then kind of just see what else shows up. My pile number one's jaw-dropping qualities, please. We have card number 39 with Miracles and Ancient Wisdom. Then we have card number 23 with Shamanic Journey, Purpose, Attunement, and Vision Quest. So this is definitely my pile of healers. Very intuitive and wise people. So at the back of the deck we have Death and Rebirth with Darkness to Light. Very interesting that we see this jaguar show up twice. So perhaps the jaguar spiritual meaning could be significant to your reading. After I lay out the cards, I will check what the spiritual meaning is. We're now going to use the Vanessa Tarot as a small little oracle deck on the side. So Spirit Guides of my pile ones, what are their jaw-dropping qualities? What are my pile one's jaw-dropping qualities? We have the High Priestess. I love that. All these intuitive cards, spiritual cards. We have the Nine of Pentacles. I just saw an image of someone being very good with kids. I don't know if someone here loves to, take care of kids. If someone here babysits, has kids of their own, is a teacher, works with kids, has little baby siblings. I don't know. I just saw someone here, like, as a vision, take care of, a younger child. And people are quite impressed by that, by your ability to either, take care of children or animals. If you relate to animals more, we have the Judgment card. Like, for example, let's say someone here, Four of Wands, let's say someone here is a babysitter and let's say the mom can't, of course, this example doesn't have to resonate, but just showing the energy in an example. So let's say the mother can't get the child to stop crying, but you just somehow know what to do. Like that's the vibe I pick up on. We have the strength card, and maybe some of you are just also really good with animals because even the strength card has an animal on its alliance. So, and I must say, you have pretty powerful animals here, but let's see what your tarot cards show you. So, I'm hearing that song that's like, it's getting hot in here, so what? So take off all your clothes, something like that. So, since we're doing a reading on your jaw-dropping qualities, I would take that as maybe you are seen as physically hot or physically very attractive, where like I'm seeing as a vision someone look at you and kind of like fan themselves because they're like, that person over there is so attractive. Like that's the vibe I pick up on. And from your vibe, from the hostilities card, I don't take this in a negative way. I take this more as like an energy of you knowing your worth, knowing your power, and you kind of walking in the room and it seems like you own what you have to offer. You own your power, you own your confidence. It seems like you, wherever you go, you just walk with this kind of powerful attitude and confidence. It kind of reminds me of, you know, like when models walk and they have that kind of attitude to the way they walk, but it looks so good. Like, do you get what I mean? It's kind of like giving me dark divine feminine energy, this card, this hostilities card. And I guess maybe people look at you and one quality they could see that is a jaw-dropping quality is that ability to just remain confident in who you are. Like I'm seeing someone even flick their hair and just be so confident. And I even feel hot in your energy. So you're very fiery, hot in the way that you look. And I guess that's what Spirit is showing me. So we're now using the Muse Tarot deck. Uh, this was the Vanessa Tarot. This was the Priestess of Light Oracle deck. So the first card we have here is the Star card. I love that. And you know what I felt as soon as I looked at the Star card is like, you shine brightly, my pile number ones, wherever you go. And that is your first jaw-dropping quality that everyone can see. Everyone can see how bright you shine. And with the hostilities card, I felt an energy since it's opposite this card. You know, sometimes people, they will look at you shine so bright and then they'll try to make it seem as if their jaw is not dropping to the floor. Meanwhile, it is. And I'm feeling like you have such a jaw-dropping quality of standing out and shining so much that it sometimes even attracts jealousy with the hostilities card, or just people being some type of way to you because they don't want to admit how bright you shine. Then we have the Six of Wands. And all this yellow energy gives me solar plexus energy. So, like I said, solar plexus energy, I said something about knowing your worth earlier, and I'm even looking at how this person's posed here. It just kind of looks like this energy of you knowing your worth. You knowing your power too. So we have a lot of solar plexus energy surrounding you, and I love to see solar plexus energies in these types of readings because it just shows that another jaw-dropping quality you have is you knowing your worth and you knowing you're attractive, you knowing you're hot, you knowing you stand out. And kind of like people look at you and they think you already know. They can see you already know. So, what are my pile number ones? Jaw-dropping qualities, please. We have the Two of Pentacles. I saw Lana Del Rey all of a sudden. I don't know if some of you have like a vibe or an aesthetic like Lana Del Rey, or if you like to listen to her music. But she has a very like romantic but then kind of sad girl energy to her. Like maybe you have that type of vibe, but then at the same time, like she is not someone that sings, you know, music in a very, I don't exactly know how to explain it, but like she has this kind of dark aesthetic to her, like divine dark feminine energy, and that kind of vibe of like owning that sad girl energy she has. Like it's her aesthetic, it's what makes her Lana Del Rey. And I feel like maybe you have something that makes you you, even if you don't relate to being like her in any way, or liking her music or liking her aesthetic or having her aesthetic in any way. You could have that type of vibe to you. Like Spirit is showing me Alexa Demi, for example, where she had that kind of trendsetter energy where she was wearing her own things and her own kind of style of things, but then people would see that and it would be so unique to her that they'd start to copy her style and copy the way she dresses. Because I remember, watching her series Euphoria, and before that, no one was wearing that style of clothes, but after that, everyone was wearing it. And I feel like maybe you have that type of vibe of like a trendsetter vibe of like you just standing out, shining in your own unique way, and then that innovative quality of you just being yourself, but also dressing up in a very creative way. Like, I feel in terms of your fashion style and things like that, that could be considered a jaw-dropping quality, because you really give me that trendsetter vibe. Like, you're gonna wear something and then people are gonna see that, then they're like, oh, I never thought of wearing that. That's so cool. That's so innovative. Like, I want to try wearing that. I feel like people almost look at you as if you're the Pinterest mood board. Like, that's the vibe I feel from you. So there is that type of energy here. We have the Queen of Swords. So with the Queen of Swords and the Hostilities card, do you know what type of energy I felt? Is like another jaw-dropping quality you have is your ability to have certain comebacks. Like, if people come to you, I feel like you're very kind and sweet people, because we have the Star card starting off your reading. And the Star card is someone with a lot of healing energy, someone with a lot of light. So I think you'd maybe even consider yourself a light worker with all these healing cards, and you showing up as a star, that connection to the physical as well as the higher realms, the angelic realms I'm hearing. So this must be my angelic pile. So you have that type of vibe of like being able to connect to the higher realms, but also connect to earth realms. And like maybe that connection to being someone that looks very angelic and pure and full of light, but then at the same time it's like that type of vibe of you having so much light, having such a kind heart, but then if someone comes towards you with this energy here, like they're gonna get a comeback from you, or they're gonna get something else. I don't know how to explain it, but it's like, don't come to me with a negative energy, because then you're gonna get something I say back. Or maybe with the Queen of Swords, like even if you don't come up with good comebacks, if you don't relate to that, that's okay. But maybe just the way you speak kind of puts people off. Not like in the way of like puts them off, but like let's say someone came up to me and said something to me, and like they're secretly insulting me, but then I say something back to them, and I'm not even being rude back, but then I say something to disarm them from saying something back to me. I didn't mean like put me off like that. I meant like, I'm having a hard time describing this, but just like that energy of, okay, they're coming to me and saying this, but I say something back to them that is not even rude or mean or anything, but it's making them not say anything back to me that is rude. So maybe it's just in the way you speak, like maybe you are witty or really intelligent with your words, or you're just like always one step ahead of people. Just bear with me as I try to explain this, because I'm also like, I'm having a hard time explaining this, but maybe you have that vibe too, like where people see that energy in you or the way you do certain things, but it's like they have a hard time describing what it is. Do you get what I mean? I'm just noticing these two women here are both wearing red lipstick. Someone here likes to wear red lipstick and it's a jaw-dropping quality. We have the Page of Wands. I feel like you are my pile of people with a very creative expression. That's another jaw-dropping quality you have. We have the World Cosmos in reverse. Then we have the Eight of Pentacles. And I think that is all the cards we're going to pull for now. So, even though you chose like the black tourmaline crystal, I feel like your energy gives off this vibe of like, do not F with me. And that is a jaw-dropping quality. And if you are someone that comes up with good comebacks, or if you are someone that's very witty or very charming in the way that you speak, that's how you come across to others, or this type of vibe of like, sweet but don't F with me. I keep getting that because I feel like you are protecting yourself by speaking up for yourself and by standing up for yourself. And maybe because you are such a light worker, because you are someone that is so kind, someone that has so much light, maybe people don't expect that from you, like expecting you to stand up for yourself and things like that. And then when you do, it's kind of like you make people's jaws drop. Another jaw-dropping quality you have is your healing energy, because I feel like you've been on this journey where you've really been clearing yourself of situations that aren't aligning to you anymore. And with the full moon here, we see so many full moons. Well, this isn't a full moon, but it's like a circle. The full moon energy reminds me of intuition, because we also have the high priestess here. So I feel like you're someone that really connects to your intuition and to the spiritual realms and to your emotions on a really deep level. And full moons are all about releasing, but they're also about releasing and ending old cycles and moving into a new one, because after the full moon comes a new cycle. So there is an energy here of cycles and release and newness at the same time, as well as intuition and deep emotions. So I feel like you really connect to that divine feminine energy. And this doesn't have to do with gender, because we all have divine masculine and feminine energies in us. But I feel like you really connect to that energy of receiving messages, of receiving the things you want to implement in your life, and also healing yourself so that you can create new cycles in your life. I feel like some of you have been on an initiation to finding your gifts, to finding the healing within yourself so that you can spread it to others. And the point I'm getting to here is these gifts you have, this wisdom you have from going within and from healing yourself. It's like you are putting that light within you and then shining it out to the whole world. And I feel like your energy just becomes more healing, your gifts become more stronger the more you heal yourself. And the more you look within, the more wisdom you find within. And then you are able to share that with others. And I feel like that is the initiation I see here, where others see the wisdom you have and it is jaw dropping to them because it's like, how do you just know this? And I feel like you speak to people as well, and there's something about maybe like I'm seeing some people maybe not tell you everything about themselves, but you're able to just intuitively see through them when you speak to them. And that is another jaw-dropping quality you have, because it's like, how did you know that? Especially, I'm seeing people that are quite closed off in terms of their heart space. It's like you really catch them off guard. And Spirit is showing me, I don't know why, but like showing me as an example where I went up to this person and I said, you know, you look like this character. Like, I love this character. And she said back to me, like, that's my name. And then, like, then she just stopped speaking to me after that. And I didn't know why. And Spirit is showing me because that person was like closed off. I don't know why Spirit is showing me this in your reading, but that person was kind of closed off and didn't want, you know, to let people in. And then when I saw through them deeply, they got uncomfortable because they didn't expect that from me, or they weren't used to people seeing them deeply. And I feel like you maybe have that energy. I know this reading's not about me, but Spirit is showing me a vision of that as an example to show the energy that when people are a little bit like they don't want people to see them, because, you know, when you are intuitive, you kind of are like a mirror to people. I'm looking at this mirror here and her showing the mirror to you, to others, like you showing the mirror to others and saying, this is who you are. Like, I see you deeply. And then sometimes if they're not comfortable with showing their full self to others, it kind of like throws them off, and then they don't expect it. And that's why it's seen as a jaw-dropping quality. And with the world cosmos in reverse, I feel like sometimes you have so much wisdom that it is a jaw-dropping quality. That it's like, you know, like let's say someone is talking to you and they're asking you for advice and you tell them exactly what they need to hear. But with the world cosmos in reverse, it kind of gives me the vibe of like, I don't want to let go of this, because the world is all about releasing, ending cycles, and that's a theme we've been seeing in your reading. And I feel like you have such a power within you. I'm even hearing a plane go by, and planes are symbols of movement. Like, you've been moving forward, my pile number ones. You have so much power within that sometimes it intimidates people, and that's another jaw-dropping quality. But like, the way you give advice, sometimes you speak your truth so much that people almost like don't want to hear it, and people almost like they don't want to let go of that version of themselves or that thing they know they need to release. So I feel like the jaw-dropping quality I see here is your powerful gifts and how they are so powerful that it almost throws people off and makes them like so shocked, is the feeling I get here, like they didn't expect it. I'm also hearing the word glow up. I feel like when I talk about glow up here, I'm hearing it's not just a physical glow up you've been going through. All of a sudden, my eyes feel like they are wanting to water as if I want to cry. I feel like you've been going through your own glow up, in the sense of a soul glow up, in the sense of mind, body, soul, all three of them. So you have been glowing up physically, and that has been a jaw-dropping quality recently, people have noticed, but also you've been glowing up within your emotions, you've been glowing up within your soul, within the way you speak to yourself, within who you are, within how you see yourself and how you show up to the world. And that may be why I'm picking up this energy of like people not expecting that, because I feel like people from your past are looking at you now, seeing this new version of you emerge, this new version of you that is healing, this new version of you that is shining from the inside out and owning your power and finding your self-worth, owning your gifts, owning your power, all of that. And it's like people don't expect that because maybe they're used to the old version of you. I'm seeing Taylor Swift, I think it's Taylor Swift, I'm not sure, when she says when she says she's setting a funeral for her old self or something like that, the new self is here. So like this new self of you that is emerging is kind of like a jaw-dropping quality, because it's like people didn't expect that. I feel like it's big. I feel like people are talking about it because there is something about you that is different, that is changed, that is transformed. I feel like you're mastering all aspects of your life with the Eight of Pentacles. And not only do we speak about these spiritual gifts, but also I feel like you've been leveling up within your own life with the Six of Wands. You've been gaining successes. You've been working for the things you want. And with the Nine of Pentacles showing up, there are rewards happening in your life or are about to happen, and people can see that. And that is another jaw-dropping quality, because it's like the work you've put in to get where you want to be. It almost seems like you have your life together, like you are starting to celebrate something in your life, because the Four of Wands talks about celebrations. The Nine of Pentacles talks about, a luxury, but we build up that luxury over a period of time. And with the Two of Pentacles, you've been doing it in a very grounded, balanced way. So over time, it's like people have seen you change. People have seen you master your goals, your achievements, the things you want to create in your life, and successfully do so. And now they are watching your life around you level up and move to where you want it to be. And that was confirmed with the plane we heard. So I think I'm going to leave your reading here, but before we end off, I just want to look at what that animal meant, to see if we can find anything there. Does someone here play guitar or sing? I just got a vision of that. If it doesn't resonate, it's okay. It's probably for one person here. Maybe that's a jaw-dropping quality you have. And it is 1333 on the clock right now. So your growth, because number 3 is a number of growth, of expansion. Your growth is a jaw-dropping quality. Okay, so the panther. This mystical animal represents magic, fear, death, and also positive values like power, beauty, grace, solitude, and self-reliance. Panther eyes hold great secrets. They can also instill fear. So I feel like take it as it resonates with the words I mentioned from this animal, with what you feel you give off. But we have mentioned your power, and I do feel that sort of energy of grace with you, of beauty, of attractiveness, of magic, all these magical gifts, death and rebirth. So yeah, I guess these are your jaw-dropping qualities, my pile number ones. I really hope this reading resonated. If it did, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I can't wait to see you in my next reading. Bye! Hi there, my pile number twos. If you chose this Apatite crystal and the Harvest card with Gathering of Blessings, card number 44, this reading is for you. We're going to be taking a look at your jaw-dropping qualities. So please be aware this is a general reading. Only take what resonates and leave the rest. If you can hear my voice doesn't sound like it usually does, I am coming on with a flu, so just excuse the way it sounds right now, but It's not that bad. So we're starting off with the Priestess of Light oracle. So spirit guides on my pile ones, pile twos. Some of you are from pile one. Because the harvest card talks about blessings, and I did see a theme of that in pile one, sort of. So my pile number two's jaw-dropping qualities, please, spirit guides of pile two. We have Sacred Action, card number 17, with Decisive Focus. Then we have card number 34, with Loss, Lack, Fear, and Victimization. I'm seeing the number 222, if any of you have been seeing that angel number. At the back of the deck, we have Opening Heart with Deep Connection and Water Blessings. Now we're going to be using the Vanessa Tarot. So spirit guides of my pile number twos, may I please look into their jaw-dropping qualities. We have the Three of Wands. We have the Ten of Cups. So you know what I just heard from Spirit? You know when someone eats food and they're like, this food is really good? Like, and there's that like sound they make? Like Spirit made me hear that as if people look at you and you're like delicious to look at instead of, I know you're not food, but like, that sound people make when they eat and they're really enjoying it. It's like people almost want to make that sound when they look at you. So I feel like you could be very physically attractive, my pile number twos, but in a sense of I almost want to look at you, and if I was your friend, I would want to take pictures of you and compliment you so much, and like I would want to do it in an excessive way where you'd probably even get like a little bit like, okay, I get it now, but like I'd keep doing it because I want you to see what I'm seeing, like in the energy. Or like if I was your friend, the type of vibe I'd feel is like I'm gonna hype you up and I'm gonna almost like faint when I look at you because you're just so attractive. Like that's the jaw-dropping quality I feel from you in terms of like physical appearance. We have the Six of Swords. We have the King of Pentacles. And then at the back of the deck, we have the Strength card. So now we're going to add your tarot cards. So your spirit guides are showing me Elle Woods. And like those Y2K movies where they're wearing, like a woman is wearing pink and she has like her dog in her handbag. I don't know, you don't have to dress in that way, but they're showing me like very girly aesthetics. Of course, you don't have to be a woman watching this, but I feel like this is a message for someone out there that likes to dress in a very girly way, or like likes to wear pink, or just gives off this princess type of vibe. But also, if you are a man watching this, you can also take it as, because when I see women dressed up like very much in that pink aesthetic, they look very much like they're spending money on the clothes they wear, and they're spending a lot of time, looking the way they want to, and it's authentic to them, because they like the way they dress up. So, you could relate to that energy of dressing up in a way where you want to dress like that and not really caring about what people think. Or you could give off that energy of like king, queen vibes, prince, princess vibes. And with Elle Woods showing up, she has an amazing fashion style and fashion sense. So even if you don't relate to the fashion style I mentioned, you could have an amazing fashion style that is a jaw-dropping quality where people look at you and they're like, oh my gosh, like, I love what they're wearing, or I love the way they did their hair, or I love the way they did their nails, makeup, if you wear makeup or nails. Like that's the vibe I pick up on here. And with Elwood showing up, you know, she was not only pretty, but she was also really smart. And she proved everyone wrong because her boyfriend at the time told her she couldn't do it, told her she couldn't get into law school. But guess what she did? She proved everyone wrong because her boyfriend underestimated her and said she wasn't smart enough to do it, but she was. And then when she did do it, she was like, it's easy. Everyone can get into Harvard. And then he was like, oh, yeah, like it doesn't mean anything, blah, 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 blah. And then later on, she was like, okay, I'm going to prove you wrong even more. And she just created her success in that movie while everyone kind of judged her and assumed that she was just someone pretty. But then she actually showed everyone, like, I can be pretty and intelligent too. Like, I can be a lawyer and wear pink too. That was her whole kind of vibe in the movie. So if you relate to that, maybe your jaw-dropping quality is that you have attractive looks, a good style, but then you also have an intelligence and you have this kind of energy to you where if people underestimate you, you're going to prove them wrong and you're going to show them like, I can achieve this because I believe in me, that kind of energy, and I'm going to focus on what I need to do and I'm going to prove everyone wrong, like that type of vibe. So spirit guides on my pile twos, may I please look into their jaw-dropping qualities? We have the Justice card. We have the Five of Cups. I don't know why I'm seeing someone like to wear very like groovy things. Like I saw someone as a vision wear groovy pants and like to wear like very much like a hippie kind of style or psychedelic kind of style look. You know, like those clothes that are very colorful and they have like a lot of patterns on them and things like that. So people like that, if you do relate to that, that's for one or two people here. We have the Four of Wands. I'm seeing someone, I don't know why I'm seeing so many visions for you. Are you someone that, you know, is very imaginative, or you like seeing things in front of you? Or are you a visionary? Are you someone that likes to learn from seeing, you know, pictures and things like that? Or is someone here like an art major or likes to do art? Or the kind of energy I'm getting is someone that likes to watch movies, someone that likes to learn from looking at things and seeing it in front of them. Or someone that's very creative and with visions, maybe people want to see you all the time. Take it as it resonates. I'm just trying to broaden the energy for everyone. But I'm also feeling very hot in your energy, so I don't know, like I'm seeing someone wear a bikini or wear like a swimming clothes and walk on the beach and people find them very attractive. Take it as it resonates. We have the Death card. And all of a sudden my eyes are starting to burn as if I want to cry. We have the Four of Pentacles. I feel like you've been through some hectic situations in your life with the Loss and Lack card. And I feel like for some of you, this has to do with being in situations that really made you worry. And I'm feeling more so physical. So if you don't resonate with it, you don't have to take it. But okay, since we have the Five of Cups and the Death card, it could also be emotional. So some of you have been through situations in your finances where you felt like things, you were not making ends meet, and it felt very fearful, these situations you were in. Like maybe you were really feeling like you were lacking that physical abundance, like you were lacking that security, and you were worried every month about money and how you're going to make ends meet. And somehow you put your focus on what you wanted to achieve, put in that inspired action towards that, believed in yourself, and like Al Woods, you came out stronger and you proved yourself and others wrong. And I think that's a jaw-dropping quality I see here, because all that hard work you put in from a place of nothing, you created so many blessings, and you're still going to continue to create many more blessings that are going to fall into your hands from the universe, because you did justice to yourself by putting in that hard work and putting in that effort, as well as believing in yourself and having that confidence to put yourself out there and start the things you wanted to do, and put in the work, put in the effort towards where you want to be. And now people are seeing you receive blessings from that, go from a place of 0 to 100. I'm hearing that song Started from the Bottom, Now We Here. I'm seeing someone like to wear like 70s clothes, like flowers. I'm seeing someone get into a taxi or a cab, and like people are looking at them and their jaws are dropping. I'm seeing someone like to wear clothes with rainbows or something about rainbows. I'm seeing like those hats, those Y2K style kind of hats and glasses. I keep seeing Y2K style, and like those fluffy shoes, like those fluffy high heels. And I'm even seeing someone wear just like glasses, different styles of glasses, like people like the glasses you wear. I don't know why I'm getting so many visions, but I'm just taking it. But with the Five of Cups and the Death card, if you don't relate to that financial thing, you could have gone through a time in your life where you were really feeling a lot of strong emotions and releasing certain disappointments you were holding on to. And it was like, with the Four of Wands, this could have been in your upbringing, because the Four of Wands talks about our foundation of life, or it could have been in friendships you had, or certain foundations of your life that you were not stuck with, but it was in your life, it was in your foundation. So, for example, this could be a job you were at that was toxic or wasn't fulfilling you in some way, but maybe you had to hold on to it because you had to, pay bills like a normal human being. But then you kind of wanted to go towards something you were more passionate about. Or let's say you were having certain friendships around you that were really making you sad, weren't treating you right. Then maybe you had to release that, and maybe they were friends you had for many, many years, or a relationship. Like that's the vibe I pick up on. Something to do with your stability, where you were lacking in something, or you were very much in that energy of feeling like you had to hold on to it, but it was disappointing you. It was making you sad in some way with the Five of Cups. And with the Death card, there was some type of rebirth that happened here. And if it was not an external circumstance, it was maybe your own healing journey, where you rebirthed yourself in some way and processed some of those emotions, healed yourself. You were honest with yourself with the Justice card, and this Justice card kind of reminds me of picking a path, making a choice, and that choice led to your rebirth. And I'm seeing you change and transform into a beautiful butterfly, and all of a sudden people are like, oh my gosh, where did Paltu get these butterfly wings? They're all of a sudden a butterfly. Just yesterday they were a caterpillar. Like what? Like that type of energy. And with the Three of Wands, I feel like you have a vision for where you want to be. next to the Sacred Action card, you're always going to put in that focus towards it. But you're also very, very protected by the universe, where the universe is going to show you the truth of what really is. And you're going to take that and choose to either stay stuck in that or create something different. But I feel like you are creating something different. You know, a lot of people see, you know, okay, they're stuck in a job that they don't really like, for example, going back to that. It doesn't have to be that, but just say that as an example. Then it's the norm to stay stuck within that and not create any change in the world. I know it's not nice to say, but sometimes it is the norm because we see a lot of people in the world stuck in situations that they don't want to be in, or in marriages that they don't want to be in. Maybe this is just my opinion, it doesn't have to be true, but it is unusual in this day and age for a person to step outside of their comfort zone and kind of take a leap of faith, even if everyone else around them thinks it's kind of crazy to do that. And I feel like you've gone against what most people would do in those situations where they'd stay stuck in that, and you've rebirthed yourself instead and saw the vision. And even like in situations where some of you, like I'm seeing someone here have a big vision for something, and the external circumstances aren't really allowing you to reach that vision, but then you're so determined that you're going to get it, that you do end up getting it because of that belief and that determination. Like Spirit is showing me an example of someone that needs to pay rent, and they are doing something they love that they're passionate about. Like, I don't know why Spirit is showing me someone make music, for example, and you don't have to be a musician, but they need to pay bills right now and they don't have the money, and they're so determined that they eventually make it, like that type of energy. And with the Ten of Cups, I guess the celebratory energy you bring in for yourself by taking that action and determination towards where you want to be, then all that reward you get is a jaw-dropping quality, because it's like you never gave up on yourself in hard times, and that's what I feel there. So, two more cards for my pile number two's jaw-dropping qualities. We have the Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles, King of Pentacles. Like, I feel like you've had some type of level up within your career, within your finances. And this is what people are currently dropping their jaws at. And then we also have the Empress card, which is all about abundance, but it's also about beauty, about an energy of divine creation, creating our realities the way we envision it to be, and holding on to that and believing it is true. The Empress is also an energy of being so connected to your heart that it is a jaw-dropping quality to others, but the Empress is also luxury. And luxury can mean anything to you. It doesn't have to be material luxury. It can be the enjoyment of you living your life in the way you like to live it. And that can feel luxurious. And people maybe can see that, like you're enjoying your life, that you've created for yourself, and that is something they're dropping their jaws at. So I think this is where I'm going to leave your reading, my pile number twos. I really hope this reading resonated. If it did, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I can't wait to see you in my next reading. Bye! Hi there, my pile number threes. If you chose this orange calcite crystal and the sensuality card with feminine wisdom and passion, card number 38, this reading is for you. We're going to be taking a look at your jaw-dropping qualities. So please be aware this is a general reading. Only take what resonates and leave the rest. And by the way, if you can hear my voice sounds a little bit different today, I just have a little bit of a cold, but it's not too bad. So yeah, we're going to start off with the Priestess of Light Oracle deck. So, spirit guides of my pile number threes, may I please look into their jaw-dropping qualities, please? My pile number three's jaw-dropping qualities. We have card number 15 with deep emotions, unknown feelings, and past life influences. Does someone here have a headache? I don't know, I just felt that. We have card number 9 with tenderness, true love, and compassion. What's interesting is 2 of your cards are yellow and you chose the orange calcite crystal. So maybe that has something to do with your reading. The color yellow relates to the energy of happiness, joy, creativity, someone that shines brightly, someone with, a sunshine energy or a star energy, shining brightly, showing yourself to the whole world. The color yellow is very much like a color that stands out and is noticed, it just pops. So you could have that energy in terms of the way you are or the way you look. You could like to wear the color yellow, or the color yellow also relates to the solar plexus chakra, which is our chakra of self-worth and our power, as well as, the light within us that shines out to the world. So I feel like that could be a jaw-dropping quality. Maybe you just embody that energy of knowing your worth and owning your power and shining out to the whole world, as well as giving off this very happy-go-lucky vibe that makes people's jaws drop. At the back of the deck, we have River of Blessings with Releasing Constraints. We're now going to be using the Vanessa Tarot. So, Spirit Guides of Pile 3, their jaw-dropping qualities. We have the Lovers. I just heard the word kawaii. I don't know if someone has that type of aesthetic here. It's probably for 1 or 2 people here. We have the 7 of Cups in reverse. We have the 4 of Cups. I'm seeing someone here, their lipstick is really jaw-dropping. Something about lipstick. We have the 3 of Pentacles. And I'm seeing, as I look at this 3 of Pentacles card, in the Bratz like live action movie, when Jade goes to school and her parents, think she is just wearing the normal school clothes and everything, and then they kind of surround her in a circle, and then she dresses up and she kind of shows off her whole look to everyone, because she starts off going to school with a normal outfit, and then she has that showstopper energy of really showing off her outfit and her look in a very much way that is like, wow, like everyone is staring. So with the 3 of Pentacles, as I look at this person sewing this dress, some of you have an amazing fashion style and fashion sense. Even if, how I heard the word kawaii, maybe some of you don't dress up in that aesthetic, but, there could be something about your fashion style or your fashion sense or the way you dress up that makes everyone want to stare at you. I also just saw a vision of Morticia from the Addams Family. Someone here has a vibe like Morticia. Even if you don't look like her, you could have that vibe. Of course, this doesn't just relate to gender, but yeah. With the Lovers card, I'm also seeing someone have many people, kind of be interested in them. Like when you are out in public and when you're walking around, you may get a lot of people stare at you and kind of have a crush on you, kind of want to come and talk to you, ask you for your number. And with the Lovers card, since we see this couple getting married, If you are in a relationship or you are married, you know, you could give off that very much power couple energy in your relationship. Like, I see someone walking around with their partner, with their lover, and it gives me very much power couple vibes. Like, you look very much in love with each other. Maybe you're both very attractive at the same time, but then people can see the way you look at each other. It's just so much love. And if you're not in a relationship, don't take that message, but you know, you could just have a lot of people that are interested in you. And when people talk to you, maybe they see you as wifey or husband material or just marriage material in general. And with the Seven of Cups, I kind of pick up on a dreamy vibe. Some of you have a very dreamy vibe. That is a jaw-dropping quality to others. And I guess maybe when people get to know you in the way that you love as well, it's a jaw-dropping quality because we see so many cards about true love, about the lovers here, about deep emotions. So you could be someone, like I said, that is considered marriage material. You could be someone that really loves with all your heart. You know, you could also just have this very romantic, dreamy, hopeless romantic type of vibe to you in the way that you are in your personality. And I guess that is jaw-dropping too, because I guess like the feeling I get is when people see you, it's kind of like they want to be loved by you. I'm hearing Treasure by Bruno Mars. It's kind of like they see loving you or being loved by you is like finding a treasure that is so impossible to find or very hard to find, not impossible to find, but very hard to find. But as well with the Sensuality card showing up as at the beginning of your reading, I feel like a lot of people are very sensually attracted to you. You could have a very seductive look to you that is making people's jaws drop for you. Because even as I look at the Four of Cups, I feel like a lot of people want to be around you. A lot of people want to ask you out on dates or be your friend or just know you in general. Because of maybe all these qualities I mentioned, because like I said, you're very physically attractive, but also they can see you have a lot of love to give. And I'm not just talking about romantic type of love, also in terms of friendship. And I'm also hearing networking, like if you're someone very successful, it's like a lot of people want to know you, to network with you, or to collab with you or do business with you. Something about that is a jaw-dropping quality. Like when people hear about who you are, there's almost like this sense of people looking up to you or people putting you on a pedestal if you're very successful. Uh, you know, take the messages as they resonate. Not every message is going to resonate with every person here, but yeah, so spirit guides on my pile threes. May I please look into their jaw-dropping qualities? We have the Knight of Cups. We have the Two of Swords. I just saw someone's spirit guide here. um, like on my table. I know that sounds weird, but I saw someone's spirit guide on my table. Um, if this is my pile of people that are very connected to the spiritual realms, that could be another jaw-dropping quality. Like if someone here is very spiritual or very connected intuitively, like, oh my gosh, the High Priestess wants to come out, so that's the confirmation here. Like, I don't know if someone here is just intuitive and, you know, you're talking to people and somehow you just say something and it makes people's jaws drop because it's like, how did you know that? Or you just know exactly the right words to say. Charismatic type of energy, powerful type of energy too with the Chariot. Like, I feel like people look at you as if you're someone very successful, even if you are not. This could just be the way people perceive you. Like you're very successful and powerful and you are leveling up. Financial freedom is what I'm hearing too. even if you don't consider yourself there yet, you know, the choices you are making with the Two of Swords could lead to that, and people could see your potential. People could see your power before you even see your own. And people see you embodying, I'm hearing something different that makes you be seen in your potential, in where you could be in the future, and they could see you leveling up in such a powerful way in terms of your career and your financial state, is what I feel with the Chariot. But then also I feel like some people see your power so much that they don't tell you about it because I guess they don't want you to know. I'm also seeing an energy here of you with the choices you make with the Two of Swords, because the Two of Swords talks about choices. Sometimes the choices you make mind blows people because it's like, how did that person make such a smart decision? How did they just know how to make that decision? Whereas sometimes, you know, we are human and we make mistakes. And I also feel like there's another side to it where if you make a mistake or you don't exactly know what to do, there is this grace you have towards yourself, or at least this is how people perceive you. Um, and there's this type of vibe of you not like being too hard on yourself, you just giving yourself grace because you're human and not every choice we're gonna make turns out the best. Because I'm hearing the song Didn't You Know by Erykah Badu, and she talks about how, you know, sometimes she doesn't know what choice she should make, and she makes a choice and she goes on the wrong path, but she'll always find her way back. And she just kind of embodies that feeling of like, I'm human in that song. I'm gonna make mistakes. I'm gonna take the wrong turn. Like, I'm not perfect. And that is powerful in its essence because not a lot of people can talk to themselves like that. I feel like we live in a world that expects perfection or expects, you know, us to just know things without even knowing. Like, I mean, take a look at people that are just coming out of school and they're expected to know exactly what they want to do in their careers. When I was just getting out of school, I had no idea who I wanted to become or what I wanted to do. I didn't even know I had intuitive gifts. So I feel like if you are someone that gives yourself grace, that could be seen as a jaw-dropping quality where others see that and they find inspiration from it. I feel a very soft energy from you and an energy of growth, an energy of like, you give me a very silky energy. I don't know why. Like, if I had to imagine you as a texture, I would feel silk and smooth and like roses. And I don't know why I'm seeing Kali Uchis like on a bed full of roses. Like, maybe you have a vibe like her, but she has a very romantic kind of energy to her. And in her recent album, and her recently, if you check out her Instagram, I don't know if it's still like that, but a while ago I checked and she liked to wear a lot of red, a lot of pink, a lot of like romantic colors. And she has that type of sensual yet dreamy vibe at the same time, in my opinion. But she is also someone that has an amazing fashion style, and her body is so nice and she's just so pretty. Like, I guess people could look at you in that sense, even if you are a man. Just take the messages as they resonate, because there's something about you having a quality that is like that showstopper energy where you just stand out, where people see your power, where there is this softness to you, yet this powerfulness to you at the same time, if that makes sense. And I guess that's what I see here. We have the Strength card. That's exactly what I was speaking about. If some of you like to wear red or pink, like, or yellow, something about that makes people's jaws drop. And also just like the way you wear your heart on your sleeve, the way you give love to others, the way you feel things so deeply. But I feel a vibe from you where you are graciously accepting yourself. You could be that type of person that feels something and doesn't mind expressing your feelings and emotions to others. And that could be a jaw-dropping quality because I feel like in the world we're expected to be strong and we're expected to hide our feelings and to put on this mask and just pretend to not feel things. But I feel like as humans, we're meant to feel. You know, when we shut off our feelings, the bad feelings, we also shut off our ability to feel the good moments too. And life is full of a spectrum of emotions and feelings and ups and downs. And sometimes just gracefully accepting that and letting ourselves cry or letting ourselves feel disappointed, letting ourselves feel angry is just a human thing to do. And I feel like you have that energy of accepting yourself as human. Like, I'm not going to know everything. I'm not going to be perfect in every way, but that makes you imperfectly perfect, just like nature. You know, when we see waterfalls or when we see um, trees, like, they're not perfect in every way, but they're beautiful. And I feel like that's the energy I feel from you, and no one is perfect at all. If you think someone is perfect, it's not really real. So I don't know, like I just feel a very humanly vibe from you, like this type of vibe of I'm accepting me for me and I'm not trying to change myself to fit in or to be accepted by others. We have the Wheel of Fortune. One more card for my pile, number threes. For their jaw-dropping qualities and traits. Okay, we have two cards. We have the Empress. I'm seeing someone here like candy or like sweets. I don't know why I'm seeing that. Or you could be seen as very sweet, very delicious. We have the Four of Pentacles in the way that you look. With the Four of Pentacles right over the Sensuality card, I feel like your jaw-dropping quality is when people look at you in public, it's like, oh my gosh, I want to talk to that person over there. I want to be their friend. I want to be their lover. Like, I want to just stare at them all day. I want to keep them around forever. And then you leave. Like, I feel like this is strangers, and then you leave, and it's like, oh no, I'm never gonna see that person again. Like, you are that attractive person that walks around, and people are like, stay, stay, stay. I want you to stay. I want to stare at you forever. I want to ask for your number, but I'm too shy to, like, I want to be your friend, but I'm too shy to talk to you. I feel like that type of vibe from you. And with the Empress is a very Venusian energy. Some of you could have that energy. And I'm hearing like some of you look very luxurious in the way that you look, or you could be leveling up in your abundance and, you know, having the courage to propel yourself forward to where your heart is taking you and you know really believing in yourself everywhere you go in terms of like your career energies. And I guess I see a lot of that energy of like people seeing you have the potential to be very successful in this lifetime, to have a life full of luxury, because that's what the Empress is. She kind of just goes with the flow. She lives her life to the fullest. She embraces an energy of rest, but also um, healthy balance of putting in action. But then she also just enjoys the moment and finds pleasure in every moment. But she's also that energy of divine creation. So some of you could have that energy, and it is a jaw-dropping quality to others. With the Wheel of Fortune, I feel like there is this vibe of ebbs and flows as I'm looking at this different moon phases here. And like today, I feel super amazing about myself and I feel super confident. But tomorrow, I just feel meh. I just feel like lying in bed all day and I'm just accepting that I feel like that. So we see a lot about self-acceptance that is a jaw-dropping quality to others. Because I feel like somehow it inspires others, and it's like people are kind of taken aback because it's not often that you see that in the world. And then we have the Eight of Pentacles at the back of the deck. I feel like some of you look very put together, like your life looks like it is very put together, and it looks like you have your life together in some way. It looks like you are mastering your goals, you're mastering where you want to be in your life, and you're putting in the work to get where you want to be. And I guess that too is a jaw-dropping quality. So I think this is where I'm going to end off your reading, my pile number threes. I really hope this reading resonated. If it did, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I can't wait to see you in my next reading. Bye!